Hello and welcome everybody to Ilanos Labs. Today we're going to be showing you how you can interactively draw on an image. Now what I mean by this is in all of our previous examples we've been drawing squares and circles and all that kind of stuff just on a static image, and you couldn't really interact with the image itself. And that's what we're going to do over here. The goal is going to be we're going to be able to actually click on this picture and a circle will pop up wherever you click. So it's a little interactive. So before we start that, obviously there is some code already in over here. So let me just explain what we're doing here. This is just importing the libraries, and this is reading and showing the picture. As you can see, this is a pretty big picture, and to give you a bit of a sneak peek to some of the code we're going to be using, we are going to be using CV2's imshow. And when we do that, there is no way I'm going to be able to display this picture on my 1920 by 1080p screen. And so I've done some processing. You can see I've cropped the picture over here and we've resized the picture. There are videos we've done previously, so I'd recommend you go check out those videos if you want to get a bit more explanation about these. And after that, I have saved this as a new picture. Now let's really think about what we got to do over here. We want to be able to click on this picture, and we can't do it on this sort of inline picture that we have in the notebook. So it's got to come up in a frame, in a window. And as I've already mentioned, we are going to be using CV2's imshow to get that window. And then we're going to want a circle to originate whenever we click anywhere over here. So we need to draw a circle on a mouse button click. So let's do the easier of the two first. Let's actually get a window to pop up and display this picture. So I'm going to read in the picture first. And then while true, so I'm going to put a while loop over here. I'm going to say CV2 to show this picture. Now this first variable I'm passing in, drone, is going to be the name of the window, and then pic obviously being the picture that we have over here. Now obviously I need a way to end this while loop, so I'm going to set an if condition. And the if condition I'm going to set is essentially going to be, I'm going to write cv2.wait key. I'm going to say wait for 1 second, so that's 1000 milliseconds. And also I'm going to pass this thing called 0xff if that is equal to odd x. So essentially what this line is saying is, if you waited for 1000 milliseconds or a second, and if I hit X on the keyboard, break this while loop. And so you exit the window. Now if you were to just run this code, I tend to find that the window that pops up eventually crashes. And so if you type cv2.destroy all windows, that seems to fix the problem. So let's run this cell. This is the very first part of the problem we need to solve, which is to actually display a picture. Oops. Oh, did I forget to run the very first cell? Dear me. Alright, so here's my picture. It's actually really big, so I think I actually have a smaller screen than I thought I had. I need to check that out. Anyway, so we got to show a picture now. If I hit the X button, boom, there you go, it disappears. Right, so we solved the first part of our problem. Now, the second part is we need to find a way to actually click that picture and draw an image. So, sorry, not draw an image, draw a circle. So let's actually draw a circle. So we know that in order to draw a circle, we need to do cv2.circle, and then we got to pass in some parameters. Those parameters are obviously the picture that we have right now. We need to pass in the center of the circle. I'm just going to put X and Y over here for that coordinates of the center. We then need to pass in the radius, and we call that 50. We're going to pass in the color, and we're just going to set that to red. And let's give it a line thickness of 20. Then after that, let's pass in all of these variables into the circle function. Now, this will make sure that it will draw us a circle, provided that we actually provide the XY coordinates. One of the things is we actually want this circle drawn when we click on the picture itself. So imagine you pointed your mouse over something and you press the left button down, and it drew a circle. So we actually need to be able to detect the event of clicking down this button. So let's actually incorporate this code into it. So the way you do that is first you type cv2.set mouse, and if I just hit the tab button, will it complete? Yep, there you go. It's a set mouse callback, and then this is very important. You pass in the name of the window that you want to operate on. So if you remember over here, we set it to drone, and we're actually going to copy this code somewhere over here later on. So let's just keep it pretty consistent and call it drone. Now, obviously, what we want this thing to act on a certain function, and the thing we want it to do is to draw the circle. And so we're going to actually have to have a function over here, and that function is going to be called draw circle. And now what I'm going to do is, you see all this code that I've written over here, I'm actually going to turn that into a function. So we called it draw circle over here, and then I'm going to pass in the following inputs. Now, I only want this function to execute if I actually click the left mouse button. So I am going to set an if condition. So if the event is equal to cv2 dot, and if you type event and you hit the tab button, you see there are a whole bunch of events that you can assign stuff to. So we're just going to find the left button down. Yeah, I'm just going to select that one, and then essentially, if I click the left mouse button down, do this stuff, which is draw a circle. And obviously, I want this all to appear in a frame, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up over here and just copy paste all of this stuff. Now, if I were to just try run this, it shouldn't work. Oh well, I already have some problems over here. Well, it does work, but I'm clicking this thing, but there's no circles coming up. So there's one more line we got to put in over here, and oops, we made the X button, and that line is cv2 dot named window, and for the window name, it's going to be called drone. So just remember, we got to keep these things really consistent. And now let's hit Shift Enter. Hey, there we go. Oh, did I? What did I pass in? Oh, so I did want a red circle, but remember in OpenCV, it's not RGB, it's BGR. So let me put 255 over there, and now it should run. So let's close this first. And now let's run this. Okay, there we go. We're getting our red circles. So that's how you interactively draw stuff on OpenCV. Now you can get very, very creative with these events. You can do all sorts of things. I'll leave that exploration up to you. Obviously, if you guys have any specific requests that you have, or you have any questions regarding this, reach out to me. Just put something in the comment section below, and I will review it and get back to you. And if you found this useful, smash that like and subscribe button. Also hit the notify button so that whenever I do release a new video, it pops on your radar. Alright everybody, have a good day.